Yeah. I mean, whenever you sing any pop song, ever really, you're probably gonna sing a bunch of syncopation. Like y'all know syncopation because every single pop song you ever sing has it. Okay, but now you're gonna know how to define it. Okay, so like if we're in 4/4 time, so it's basically when you don't play on the beat, and then you have a motion that's off the beat, right? So you have like a hit that's off the beat. So for example, let's say that you were set up to play this rhythm here for your first measure, okay? Can anyone play this rhythm for me? Real quick, I'll count you off and then you just play it, okay? Does anyone want to volunteer? All right, I'm going to count you off. The quarter note gets the beat, right? I'll make it easy for you, right? 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to show you. So now we set our ear up to hear everything on the beat, right? 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now I'm going to do something different, right? Now I want you to see if you can play this. This is a little harder, okay? Let's see if you can play this. All right. Play me both measures, okay? All right, wait, give me. Can you do it? It's okay if you mess up, dude. See if you can do it, okay? Tell me when you're ready. All right. 1, 2, it's all you.
Something like that. It was hard to get.
It's hard, man, right? You anticipated a little bit. You got freaked out. That's what syncopation does to you. Like, oh, shit. You don't know what's going on, man. It can get you off. I'll play it for you, all right? So 1, 2, Emerson, go. So see how it's like, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gets you going, man. Like any rock beat, like boom, 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 cha, boom, cha, boom. You know, like that. It's that like backbeat that gets you like, boom. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, so that's what it's like. All right. So
music class.
Can you try it again? Like, let's do the counts for this. Let's do the counts again. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So, and then what's happening here? Is this what happens to the 1? Parentheses. And then this is the and then what's this? 2, and then 3, 4. So you would say this: 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 3, 4. All right. Does anyone want to do this with me? Let's do it all together, okay?
But those are rest, right? Those symbols you got there, the 1 and 2.
This is eighth rest. Are you
Eighth
familiar
rest.
with that?
Yeah, right. I wasn't sure if it was quarter or eighth.
Quarter is going to look more like
Oh, that's
weird.
different. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. It's going to look, I don't know. It's just different, man. It's hard to explain that. But this one, it has a clear like head right here.
All right.
And it comes off like that and goes up. Okay. Do you see the difference?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't memorized them yet. I was just making sure I understood what was going on there.
All right, so we're going to clap this together, okay? Ready? 1, 2, follow me. Oh, we got one guy. Nice, dude. All right, here we go. Let's do it again a little faster. Let's say it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And 3, 4. All right? Does anyone feel like they want to say it? Does anyone feel comfortable enough to say it by themselves? All right, man. Here we go. 1. Or you can count yourself off. All right?
Gotta start.
No, because we want to feel the rhythm, man. We want to know the tempo, man.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 3, 4.
Awesome, dude. All right, cool. So that's really good, man.
Yeah.
Let's try another one, okay? Let's try one in 3/4. All right, let's try one like this, and then let's try right? Okay? Does anyone think that they can tell me what this is? I'll write the counts in for you. Does anyone think they can do this? Anyone think you
I
can
don't
do
think I
it?
can do it, but I got a quick question about something.
Yeah.
When somebody's about to, like, I guess, make a piece of music, when do they decide exactly what beats or measure they're gonna play?
That's a really good question. So you're saying if I want to write a piece of music, you're saying, do I write the piece of music first and then overlay the meter? Or do you start with what you think the meter is and then write the piece? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
The way I write music, so I'm a composer, I don't like to think of meter at all, but I write weird stuff. I mean, you know, like the stuff I show you, I write weird stuff. So I try not to even write in meter, but like let's say you're a pop writer, like you're like Justin Bieber or something. You're probably gonna write in 4/4 time or something like that, or like 3/4.
I mean, like the BPM.
The BPM. So the beats per minute is the tempo, right? So that doesn't really have to do anything with meter, right? Because meter is about what gets the push of the beat, what gets the power in the beat, and what gets what actually gets the rhythm. The BPM is just how fast stuff is moving in time.
Right. When will you decide to do that though? Like the BPM. Let's say like when you're playing the piano.
So you would just say mood. So like if something's going really, really slow, in your mind, what does that sound like? I mean, slow music, typically, I mean, usually is for a little, it's kind of laid back. It could be sad, right? What does fast music feel like to you? Like you want to get up, dance, maybe you're nervous, maybe you're scared. But it's not not in a box, right? I mean, we've all heard slow music that scares us, right? Or we've heard fast music that makes us happy or sad. But it's just whatever mood you want to have, right? Like, I don't know.
Well, it kind of reflects what notes you play too. Like, let's say you're doing like a 60 BPM. Would you be playing a lot of 16 notes, or you wouldn't really?
If you're doing 60 BPM, yeah, 16 notes are pretty comfortable, right? So 60 BPM is like 1 Mississippi, 2. So the 16th note would be 1 E and 2 E and. So see how 16 notes aren't really that hard. They're not that fast, right? But let's say you were doing like 200 beats per minute. I don't even know what that is, but that's pretty quick. Like 16 notes become a problem, right? 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 4 minute. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. You would think about the BPM or the tempo. I don't want you to call it BPM because that's not how musicians you call things. So if you went up to someone and be like, hey, what's the BPM of that? They're just gonna be like, okay, well, that's weird. Just what's the tempo? Yeah. So use the word tempo. Yeah. So like the tempo your tempo will reflect what you're doing, right? So let's say that you're in a slower piece, like a really, really slow piece, like 30 beats a second, or 60 is actually pretty slow. 60 beats per minute is pretty slow. Then you probably wouldn't, you probably use a lot of quarter notes. You might use even half notes, because half notes are longer duration. Like you match the durations you would use up to the BPM that makes sense, right? Okay, so that's a really good question. Have you ever written a piece or anything? Are you thinking about writing music?
I mean, I mess with Logic.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll talk after class, maybe if you want to.
Can you tell us the relationship on that same subject, tempo with beat duration? Is a faster tempo going to necessarily always be a shorter beat, or is that any way to kind of understand that relation?
So you have to think of tempo as just how time flows like this, right? So time could flow like this, or time could flow like this, right? And that's the change of the tempo, right?
So I'm saying a half note ain't going to fly with a high tempo.
If the tempo changed with this, the succession of events would be the same, right? But it would happen in a quicker time. So at 60 beats per minute, this is ba, 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 ba. At 120, which is double this, it would be ba, 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 ba. You see what I'm saying? Tempo doesn't change the succession of events or the proportionality of this measure, right? Everything's still the same proportion. It's just happening in a quicker time period.
In my head, I'm trying to understand a half note and a quarter note and an eighth note. Those are in relation to how long you hold them, right? I mean, it's different
They're
each
in
beat.
relation to each other, right?
Right. But
so
if I use a bunch
it's not always going to be da, right? If it's a different tempo mark, you know, if the quarter note equals 72, this da is going to be different than if the quarter note equals 85. You see what I'm saying? So you don't think of these as being any particular length of time. They're only in proportion to each other. You will always know that 2 eighth notes is equal the same amount of value as 1 quarter note. Are you starting to get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but I'm thinking if I use whole notes,
Okay.
which you have to hold for whatever period, but much longer than every other note, is that something I would just generally not use at a high tempo type of song because you have to hold it so long? You can't fit them all in there and da.
So it doesn't. You're the composer, right? It
Right.
cares, right?
Right, yeah.
Do what you want, man.
Right,
Whatever
right.
you feel.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no rules, man. There's really no rules. All right. Good questions. Okay. So now let's try to play this rhythm. Does anyone want to give a shot before I do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, dude. Let me think about it first. Okay. You ready? I'll count you off, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 beats, okay?
You count me off with 4 beats.
With 4 beats?
Yeah.
All right, know that it's in 3/4, okay?
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so you anticipated a little bit, but that was correct.
Yeah.
You just anticipated a little bit. You didn't give full value to this, but very good. That was really good.
Yeah.
So let's speed it up a little bit, and you'll do it again, and it might actually be easier. It's kind of slow. It's harder when it's slower because you're kind of worried. Okay, ready? 1, 2, ready. Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. Does everyone hear that? Is everyone trying to follow along in your head, right? I know this isn't helping y'all quite as much, but try to follow along what he's doing, right? Does everyone want to try to clap that? Let's just clap let's try to clap it, okay? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. All right, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Right? Now let's say it, okay? And we're gonna whisper 2, and we're gonna we'll whisper 2 because it's being held over. Okay, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 2. E and up, right? E and up. I clapped on the E. I shouldn't have clapped on the E. We're supposed to clap on the 3. Let's try to. Can we try to clap every beat and then say? Let's try to clap let's use this one. Because this one's easier. Let's try to clap on every beat, but say the rhythm. So then we're clapping the beat, but saying the rhythm. It's going to be a little hard. Can everyone do that?
No.
Y'all give me a lot of looks like this is impossible. Is it really possible?
Come on. Just for us.
Does this seem really hard?
Yeah.
It seems super hard.
Hey, loving it though. I came here to learn.
Fixing my ears with my head and with my hands, and they never liked it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Looks good on paper.
All right. Okay. Let's try doing this. Okay. We're gonna do it by pairs. Okay. So I'm trying to get it. I'm really just trying to single people out, but I don't want to embarrass anyone. So I'm gonna put you in a pair.
I was embarrassed since I got here. You might as well go with it.
Okay. Ready? Y'all want to do a pair? I want you to do this measure. Okay. Ready? I'm gonna count you off. Try your best, Travis. Come on.
We're saying it and we're clapping.
No, we're not gonna go crazy. I just want you to say the rhythm. Say the rhythm. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go.
1, 2, and 3, 4.
Dude, perfect. Travis, give me a little more. Come on, man. Say it, man. Be comfortable, dude. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, and 3, 4.
All right, pair right here. Pair right here. You ready? Yeah.
We're
Looking
doing
right
the
at
same one
you.
they just did?
What?
We're doing the same one they just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? 1. Oh no. Okay. No, it's too easy. Right? Like, I'll just think about what they said. Okay, right here. 3, 4 times. Ready?
Like us? Or
No.
just them?
Kate and Rachel, right? Kate and Rachel.
Just say 2.
Ready? 3, 4. This isn't too hard, right? But whisper the 2. Okay, ready? 1, 2, Kate and Rachel. Good. It's not too hard, right? All right, let's get some of the people who are freaking out. Let's get Thomas and what's your name? I just know your last name's like a hyphen name.
That's my first name.
Oh crap. Can you tell me? What?
Ainsley.
Thomas?
Yeah, what's Thomas?
Oh, Thomas right there.
Ah,
All right, ready? All right, guys.
Which
I'm gonna
one?
give you,
Easy?
let's try this one.
Oh,
Let's try it, okay?
do we need to whisper that?
No, no whispering. Just,
Okay.
I'll set you up and do this measure first, and then this is the one I'm really listening for, right? Because this one's kind of, you have this one yet? Let's do this one first together, and let's see if you have it. All right, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, ready, go.
1, 2, and 3, 4. And.
Okay?
And.
So when the beat comes and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's okay. All right, ready? So I'll help you through this. We'll say it together. Ready? 1. Everyone be practicing in their mind.
I always say
We're not wasting time. Practice, okay? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And 3, 4. All right, let's do this just this again. 1, 2, you guys go. And 3, 4. Do you think you can do it yourself? 1, 2, ready, go.
And.
Alright, so that's the beat, okay, right? This is the beat. I'm going to give you the beat. So if you play on the beat, not do it. See what syncopation does to you?
Right, it does. Crazy.
I hate it. I
I hate
Alright,
it.
ready?
I do it naturally, though.
You guys go.
And.
So you got to subdivide. So that's what subdivision is. Subdivision is this, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Can we just subdivide together? Everyone. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and take the numbers out.
And what was the other
That's
thing?
what you're doing, right?
You had E and A and all that. What's all that
Yeah,
about?
that's the hard stuff, right? We're not even
You're not even getting there yet.
dude.
Go with the and.
We're not even there
All
yet.
right,
Okay.
go.
So now do you feel the and? Let's just have you two and with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And.
And. Okay, I know I'm giving y'all hell. Y'all are like, please stop doing this. One
doing
last
good.
shot. One last shot. Okay. Thank you for being the guinea pig. Okay. Ready? 1, 2. 1 and 2 and you guys do it.
And 3, 4.
Dude, good job. Everybody give him a hand clap. That
Didn't the 2 seem to me the 2 is faster. It didn't seem to wait to the beat. It's like if I
was
stay with,
faster or this is faster?
if I do just, like you're doing with a beat, it's like and 3, 4.
And 3, 4.
So yeah, there wasn't a full beat between the and the first and that 2 then. Yeah, right through there.
There wasn't a full beat between
From and 2.
From and to 2, yeah, because they. All right, does everyone see where the beats are? Here, here.
Yeah.
Of course, there's not a whole beat between here, right? Of course there isn't. There's a full beat from here and here. Mike, we might need to get together later.
Yeah, right.
I think you might have some problems.
Thanks, man. I'll
We'll
take
solve
care.
it, though.
Yeah, we'll
Solve
get
it.
it. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move forward, okay? Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. So here we go. Does anyone feel like they can play this? They can say this for me? Does anyone else think they can do this one? I see you scoping it out. You're thinking, can I do this? Can I not?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? You want to try it?
Yeah, I can try.
All right, ready? 1, 2, it's all you.
And 2, and
And 2, and yeah, you did it right. Okay. Everyone, can we just try this together real quick? Can we try this together? All right, I'm going to go slow, and we're going to subdivide all the way to the 16th note. 1 E and 2 E and everyone just do that. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and now take out the numbers. E and E and E and E and now just do and the whole thing. And 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and take out the numbers. E and E and and Alright, now let's play this measure. We just did this. We're literally just doing it. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3, U.
E and
There you go. Right now, you did it. I always choose like one person to zone in on. So for you, that was your person. You were the person I was staring at that time. Now I'll choose someone over here to stare at. Okay? You ready? 1, 2, ready, go. And it's usually the person who's in the center because I can look at you and then scope everybody out. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And 2.
Oh, you just said the whole measure.
And
Oh, okay.
1, 2, y'all's turn.
E and
Okay, there you go. 1, 2, ready, go.
E and
Okay, good. Now let's try to do the whole thing together as if y'all side. Okay, let's do this whole thing. Or this whole measure, just this measure. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go.
and
2, E and Okay, I like that you're saying stuff here. Good. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go.
and 2
E and Good job, guys. That looked like impossible just a little bit ago. Y'all want to do it? Ready? Ready? 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, ready, go. And 2, E and Perfect. Good. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Okay. So is everyone familiar at least with what syncopation is, right? We're familiar with what it is, okay? So now let me look at what I wrote out. Okay, so I just need to go over the triplet real quick. I'm not going to give you a lot of triplets, but what we can do is, actually first we need to read at least something in 6/8 time, okay, in compound time, okay? So the way you're going to read compound time is you can either use lolly or you can use one and a. And I'm actually going to use lolly, okay? And I'm not going to get real complex with these because these are even way harder and it's beyond our level and we don't have time to worry about it. So we're just going to practice reading some pretty simple ones, okay? Like this. All right, so a little bit of syncopation, not much. Here we go. All right. I'll play this one, okay? So the 6/8 time, the beat is divided into 3, right? So 1 lolly, 2 lolly. So right? 1 lolly, 2 lolly, lolly, 2 lolly. Right? Does everyone make sense? 1 la, li, 2 la, li. And then right, then the 1 is covered up and you just la, li. So let's see if I can. 1, all right, 1, 2. 1 lolly, 2 lolly, lolly, 2 lolly. Does that make sense, right? Lolly, 2 lolly. Does that not make sense? 1 lolly, 2 lolly, lolly, 2 lolly. 1 lolly, 2 lolly, lolly, 2. Alright? Can we all say that together real quick? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go.
1 lolly, 2 lolly, lolly, 2 lolly.
Okay? So that's how we do 6/8 time, okay? We're not going to do a whole bunch of it because it's a lot harder and I just don't have time for it. Alright, so what did I say I was going to do? I was going to do triplets.
Triplets.
So like in 4/4 time, you know the beat's divided into 2 parts. The beat could be sometimes divided into 3 parts, right? So let's say that quarter note right here, what is it usually divided into? 2 eighth notes, right? You could make it divided into 3 eighth notes, and the way we would do it is like this. Okay? Right? So let's do this rhythm right here, and we'll show you how it sounds different. Watch this. This will sound interesting. This is used in pop music a lot too. And I'm not going to make y'all do this because I'm never going to make you do this because it's a little bit harder. But I'm going to show you what it sounds like. So 1, 2, 3. 1, da da da, ba, da da ba, ba, da 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 da. So, ba, da 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 da, da da ba, ba, da 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 da. Yeah, doesn't it feel off like a little bit? When you hear the difference between the triplets, like listen to this, da 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 da. Right, so the triplets throw you a little bit. They throw you off. I'm just making you all aware of that, okay? Okay, in the way that you would just use the lollies in this case, right? So that would be a 2 lolly. Okay? That's what a triplet is. So if you see that, you don't have to freak out if you're looking at a piece of music. You just need to subdivide the beat into a different subdivision, right? Okay? We're not going to do a whole bunch of that. We just don't have time. Okay, so we already went over counting and compound time. All right, writing rhythms and performing rhythms. Okay, so now I want to do a group activity where each row just, well, it's going to suck for you. Move, go, let's make y'all 4 a thing, okay? I just want each of y'all to compose a rhythm, okay? And you're going to come up and you're going to perform it for the class, all right? Okay? So what I want you to do is, I want you to use at least 2 instances of syncopation. 2 instances of syncopation. You need to use at least, for this first one, no 16th notes, just 8th notes, and anything higher than 8th note or longer. No 16th notes for the first one, okay? You need to use 2 instances of syncopation, and we're doing 4/4 time. 4/4 time, and you're going to do 2 measures. So kind of like what we did. Just don't copy the one we did. Okay, so y'all are group 4. Let's do y'all 5 right here, and then y'all 4. Okay? So say okay, then we'll do this 4, and then we'll do this 6. Okay?
All right.
All right. Oh, you're like, there's enough people where I don't have to do anything. I can just sit down. Yeah. Know what you're thinking. Okay.
You can be the critic.
All right, you only have 5 minutes. I don't want to mess
Hey,
around.
we gotta hurry up. We're live on the internet. Who's gonna sing for us?
So you need to practice too. You gotta write it and practice. In 5 minutes. Get somebody on it, dude.
All right, starting with 4/4, 2 measures, right? So we got 2 sections. No 16th notes, 8 or above.
No 16th notes.
And the syncopation, I'm good. I can make a whole song that don't sound right. And so, anybody got any paper to write on?
I got,
Yeah, cool. Yeah, go ahead. You can start with just the bars, right? You can put 4/4, bar in the middle, 2 bars on the end. We know we got 2 measures. We know it's in 4/4. We know the notes are always going to be either quarter note
You've
or.
chosen your designated writer. You should have that by now. Somebody needs to have the pencil.
We're on it.
following instructions.
Right. So we should be good that far, right? So now, since it's 4/4, each measure is going to have, 4 equal to 4 quarter notes, right? Yeah. And so we could do, he said 2 syncopations, so maybe 1 in each of the measures. So if we just draw out a normal, tell me if I'm wrong, anybody. Something that don't sound right.
How y'all were saying like 1 and 2 and 3. It's the and.
So instead, like where the beat, like we say the and, but you don't say the number?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the, where the number has the parentheses around it because it's on a silent or a rest, I mean.
Yeah, so it was like you had the little rest thing, and then you had like the note thing. So it was
So if we just write a standard 4/4 and substitute a couple of those with parentheses as a rest, won't that equal the same?
All right, hurry up. We got it, dude. It looks good though.
So if I just put 4 quarter notes in each one.
I'm thinking, right, divide it, make it a couple simple, like a couple 8th notes. One of the quarter notes equals a couple 8th notes. And then one of the quarter notes is just not even there. We put a rest, and that becomes a single, right?
No, that's not weird at all. It felt right.
But it's not needed to break down the quarter notes. I mean, if we
Those be like repeated.
well, yeah, I guess.
That was I'm thinking because I'm scared to do this.
notation is when you have the beat happens, it's nothing that you.
Everybody see it?
Yeah, we need to make 8 to.
We're gonna go 1, 2.
And that rest there, is that a quarter note rest? I can't remember what they were. He drew it on the board.
It goes like whole, half, and then squiggly lines.
That should work, man. So somebody's just got to go up there.
7.
Who wants that?
7 for the.
I did the last one.
8, and then double 7 or whatever.
Wait, yeah.
You just keep adding.
And so it's going to be like da 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 da.
Alright, what's happening over here?
Da, da. Yeah, right.
Alright, what's happening over here?
We got it. Ready to go. Right there.
That's notation.
It's not spelled.
Because, so remember, what's getting the beat? What's getting the beat? What gets the beat in 4/4 time? So if this quarter note isn't being said, but nothing's happening inside of the beat that's off of it, you see how?
I got that.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it, right? That's the only way you can do it.
Yes, that's syncopation.
So, because I was like, trying to figure it out in my head what to do.
And what did you say?
You got to use eighth notes and you got to have eighth rests, right? That's the only way to do syncopation.
Oh, okay.
So like, you could do it the same way you had it, but instead of using like the quarter rest, you have to use
Let me see how y'all doing.
Yeah, so an 8th rest is followed behind a 8th note, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So this would be 1, 2.
So we had it right. We just instead of quarter note, we need to do it with an eighth note and add another eighth note. So you really get the feeling like you messed up. I know that. I play it often. I say, yeah, it's syncopation. I'm banging on my keyboard.
And
That part I can't figure out. Hands in it.
can't keep a beat or rhythm or whatever it is.
Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna write this on the
Okay,
board.
go with it, girl.
Can we see it
I'm
though?
gonna write it down.
Well, we gotta get it figured out. Somebody go up there and do it. If he calls it.
Okay, so start practicing this.
It's just like we did before, except one of the quarter notes
Rhythms, all right?
is no notes and a quick note.
We're gonna write it up and you all gonna look at it and we're all gonna.
Yeah, it's
But
got
I
like,
didn't see it.
alright,
I know, I make the best of it. Why is the paper always so small? Why is the paper always so small?
That's why I read it on here.
I want to make it like a hockey puck, man. I like one note this big, this big. I can see that from across the room. Like those.